So you might want to be on your papers, or maybe you're better looking at the screen. But we're going to be walking you through the entire report. I'm going to begin. You'll introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Devin Berry, and I'm a commissioner from Boston. In 2011, I got a phone call from Harold introducing himself and asking me to be a part of this working group. And I had no idea what it was, but I don't know how to say no, so I got involved. And it has been a great experience. One of my biggest criticisms of the church is that I sit on all of these committees and I am always the youngest person there. And this did not happen with this working group. This is one of the most diverse groups I've ever worked with in the church. We represent a number of the different racial ethnic caucuses. We have gender representation, and we have a very wide age representation. So when we got together, we started by praying and reflecting and trying to figure out what exactly a synod was. And so we branched out beyond ourselves and we started talking to the different 22 presbyteries that make up the Synod of the Northeast. And we listened to what they cared about and what their concerns were. And we talked to over half of our presbyteries, covering different geographic areas that make up this synod. And we held special listening sessions for our racial ethnic caucuses and our emerging leaders groups. And we found out that our synod cares about a lot of things. We cherish the vast diversity of our membership. We think that it is important to build upon our history, our racial ethnic caucuses, and use this as we move forward. We also found out that the membership of our synod values community. And it's not just on the presbytery level. We care about working within presbyteries, but also outside of the presbyteries. Talking to other presbyteries that care about the same things that our presbytery cares about, that are dealing with the same problems that our presbyteries are caring about, or dealing with. And our missional identity is very important to us. We care about all of the different missions that we're doing, and we want to see how we can do those things together. So we broke up into our different task groups, governance, networks, staffing, and finance. And each of our groups worked on figuring out what these things were and what would be required of them and presented to the larger body. And all of this work came together to form what is our report to the Synod today.
I'm going to ask Paula to put the Wordle slide up. We, as you heard, we did our best to get invited to presbyteries and to have an opportunity to ask one simple question. That one simple question slide is in your report on page 4, and it says, God has a dream for our congregations and presbyteries, a way we may be called to serve in response to the particular need within the regional community of the Northeast. The question: as you reflect on your particular context, what possibilities emerge? We collected that all the listening results. People wrote their comments on the back of these cards, in hundreds of cards. And then Paula and Nancy Lomberg began typing up this running sheet, this running log, which is on the website. Every comment is on the front page of the website on the Transitions blog. We then put it into a computer, which creates a Wordle, which we got from Trinity, did at theirs. And this is the Wordle we got. It just takes the words that are used the most get larger. It's a simple thing, but so you get a kind of a visual picture of the the aspirations, visional aspirations of our synod. It's just one little photo, one little snapshot. But of course, what you see, what's the biggest word then? Yeah, I was stunned. It was so cool when we saw that. Thank you. We can go back to the report. In all of that, we divided up our work, and we met at several times. We had the task forces met sometimes, and then the transitions working group, the official group, met to kind of work through the reports from its task groups. And now we'll begin with the new way forward, and beginning with a working definition and the missional purpose.